Hello everyone, I am S.S. Kolekar, welcoming you to lecture series of Advanced Surveying. This is 7th lecture of module Photogrammetry. In the last lecture, we have seen a concept of photomap and mosaic. So in this lecture, we are going to study a next concept, that is concept of stereoscope and parallax bar. Okay. Concept of stereoscopy and parallax. In these two concepts, let us understand first what is a stereoscopy and then we will move towards parallax. Okay, now consider after aerial survey we are having aerial photographs with us, and now I want to use that aerial photographs to know different information. For example, distance between any 2 points on the ground, then height of building or any object. So for that we use different instruments or different techniques to extract that information from aerial photographs. So stereoscopy is one of the processes, or we can say one of the techniques by using which we can find out difference in elevation, or simply I can say it is used to find out the height of any object on the ground. Okay, so let us see stereoscopy. So the process which is used to find out the difference in elevation is the stereoscopy, and the instrument is used for this process is the stereoscope, which separates the individual photograph of the stereo pair to the fixed length of the eye base. Okay, so we are going to see one diagram of different types of stereoscope. In that diagram you can understand how we can separate the individual photograph of the stereo pair to the fixed length of the eye base. Okay, so lens stereoscope and mirror stereoscope are the types of stereoscope. So mainly there are various types of stereoscope, but we are going to study these main two types, that is a lens stereoscope and mirror stereoscope. So let us start with a lens stereoscope. Okay, we can see in the diagram it consists of a magnifying lens for each eye. So here there are two lenses, 1 and 2. So these are the two magnifying lenses for each eye. This is the position of eyes, left and right eye. Okay, so two lenses are mounted in such a way that distance between them is equal to the average eye base. So the distance between these two lenses is nearly equal to average eye base. Okay, so it is a small size and compact, hence can be conveniently handled. So let us see in the picture how the setup is. So here these are the two eyes, left and right. Here are the two photographs. Okay, and these photographs we are observing from the magnifying lens. Okay, magnifying lens, that's it. Okay, the at this stage only consider we are using this stereoscope to put these two photographs separately, or we can say these two stereo pairs separately at a proper distance from each other. So for that purpose we use stereoscope. Okay, the another type of stereoscope is mirror stereoscope. Okay, mirror stereoscope. So see in the picture, it is somewhat complicated than lens stereoscope, but it is more accurate than lens stereoscope. Okay, so it consists of 4 mirrors. See, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 4 mirrors. 2 mirrors say M1 and M2 this is the M1, this is M2, are small eyepiece mirror, and other two, say this M1 and M2, capital M1 and capital M2 are large wing mirror. So see the arrangement how it is done. These four mirrors are situated at an orientation of 45 degree with the plane of a photograph. Okay, so this is the plane of photograph, this is a horizontal plane of photograph, and mirror are located in such a way that it makes an angle of 45 degree with the plane of the photograph. Okay, then the photographs to be viewed are placed at a certain distance from wing mirror M1 and M2, and light reaches to the eyes exactly as it would come from actual terrain. Okay, so very simple procedure or very simple principle behind this working of this mirror stereoscope is, consider this is a first photograph, and image of this first photograph or the different features in that photograph first observed by this mirror, then it will be observed by this small mirror M2, and that image will be observed by our eye. Okay, same with the another eye. The photo 2 is observed by this large mirror M1, and then it is observed by the small mirror M1, and it is observed by the second eye. Okay, so the main function of this stereoscope is to put the two photographs at a proper distance apart from each other. Okay, so it is not a handy and portable due to its large size. Okay, so by figure we can understood that or we can understand what is the exact difference between these two stereoscopes. Okay, so now there may be a question in your mind that sir, you are telling that this stereoscope is used to put these stereo pairs from apart from each other by some fixed distance. Then how that stereoscope is used to find out the elevation difference? So to know the use of stereoscope to find out the elevation difference, let us see the next concept, that is a parallax. Okay, to understand this concept of parallax, let us do one small experiment. Hold a pen in vertical position in front of you in your right hand. Okay, and now close your left eye and try to hide any object in front of you by that pen. Okay, after hiding that object, your position will be like that pen is in between that hidden object and your eye. Okay, now open your eye and without moving the position of pen or object, just close your right eye. Now see, you can observe that hidden object which was not when your left eye was closed. That means you may feel that the object has changed its position. So the distance by which it displaces from its position is the parallax. Okay, see, parallax is the distance in the position of an object viewed along two different lines of sight and is measured by the angle between those two lines. Okay, consider this is one object. Okay, and this is your first eye, this is your second eye, and in between this object and your eye, consider there is a tree. Okay, there is a tree. So if you observe this object from your left eye, you will see that that object is at left hand side of that tree. Okay, and now if you observe the same object from your right eye, you may feel that that object is at right hand side of that tree. So this effect is the parallax. Okay, and this angle you may call parallax angle. This angle is parallax angle. Okay, so next point is nearby objects show a large parallax than farther objects when observed from different positions. So understand, the objects which are nearer to you may show a large parallax than the objects which are at some more distance from you. Okay, so that parallax can be used to determine the distances. So you can find out the distance between these two objects which is near to you and which is away from you. So to find out the distance between these two objects, you can use the concept of parallax. Okay, so for that, to measure the difference of parallax between any 2 points more accurately and more precisely, parallax bar is used. Okay, so this is the figure of parallax bar. It consists of 2 glass graticles, and in between each glass graticles there are a mark or a dot, okay, which is very important. By using that we can find out the parallax difference, and the parallax difference is again we are going to use to find out the height of an object. Okay, so how to find out the height of that object, or what is the experimental procedure, it is a part of the practical, so I am not going to explain in detail. Just at this level understand the parallax bar can be used to find out the difference parallax between any 2 points. Okay, so the parallax bar consists of a pair of glass, as we saw. It consists of pair of glass, one is on left side and another to the right side, attached to a rigid bar. Okay, so this is the rigid bar. Okay, and the two glasses are attached to this rigid bar. Okay, see, the photographs are adjusted under the stereoscope. Okay, as we saw, the 2 photographs are fused together. Okay, visualize the photograph and the eyepiece in stereoscope. So in between eyepiece and photograph there will be a parallax bar. Okay, dot is adjusted at the level of selected point 1 and reading is noted. So this is the practical procedure. Just understand at base. So for example, we are finding out the height of any building. So at the bottom consider point 1 and the dot will be at bottom of that building. Okay, the reading is noted which give parallax at this point. So readings are noted, readings are observed or noted, readings are noted by this micrometer. Okay, so here it is this micrometer, and in micrometer we can find out the reading at any one position. Okay, so after first reading move the parallax bar and the dot is adjusted at the top of the building. Okay, and now again find out the reading in micrometer. So it may be any value. So that value is at level 2. Okay, now take a difference between these two values. It is a difference in parallax. Okay, so now this value we can put in the formula given. The difference of parallax in the reading taken at the point 1 and point 2 gives the parallax difference. Okay, so we are going to find out the delta H, which is the difference in heights, that is the height of any object. So to find out that height, use this formula. BM is the mean principal base, that is the distance between two eye base. Okay, H is the elevation of lower point, then capital H is the altitude above mean sea level, we can say the flying height H. Okay, and delta P is the difference in parallax, just we have found out. Okay, so by putting these values we can find out the value of delta H, that is the difference in heights. Okay, so this is the procedure of finding out height of any object in the aerial photographs by using stereoscope and parallax bar. Okay, so I hope it is understood by you people. And okay, so this is the end of the module photogrammetry, and in the next lecture we are going to start a new module, that is a field astronomy. Okay, thank you.